Hello, Angel.
Hi.
You've been in this game for about 10 years. I mean, 10 you I'm sorry. Hello, Angel. You have almost this is your rookie season.
Yeah.
And it's been about 10 games, okay?
Yeah.
And let's talk about defense and rebounding.
Yeah.
To be a great rebounder, you have to be a student of the game and have lots of energy. What do you feel you need to become a great rebounder in the WNBA for years to come?
Yeah. For me, it's kind of a good and a bad thing for me because when I go up for layups, I know I can get my rebound before looking at the basket and making sure I make the shot before I get the rebound. So for me, I'm hard on myself. I'm trying to be more efficient around the basket, but I know if I don't make the layup or if my teammates don't make a shot, I'm gonna go try to get a second effort to get another attempt for us. I think this is what the team needed for me. They needed me to step into that role and come in and just rebound and play defense and bring a lot of energy. So coming into the league, I knew that was going to translate, and then everything else just comes as the games flow.
And one other thing, was there anything this season that you expected and didn't expect? Whether like there was any like disappointments or like, wow, this just happened this year, and then like I always knew that this was gonna come, or what did you
Yeah.
expect? Were there any surprises or anything that you really liked?
Not really. I mean, I'm just happy to be here. I mean, the competition level is what I've always wanted, and being able to come from college into another league where this is like the highest level, and I've always wanted to be and play with the best. And I'm playing with the best. My teammates, some of the best players in the world. So just being able to have this opportunity is honestly a blessing. So I'm just super grateful to be here.
Angel, you talked pregame about wanting to be a complete player in this league, wanting to be a big guard. And we saw the one play, you get the steal, you sprint the floor,
Yeah.
you get the and one. Can you just walk us through that moment and then the celebration underneath?
Honestly, just trying to build my confidence again, just being able to be a kind of a stretch four and letting my defense come to my offense. I haven't been efficient yet, and I'm still super hard on myself about that. And I try to let my defense bring the team together and just kind of get us amped up. So that steal was huge, obviously, on Aaliyah because me and Aaliyah are great rookies. So being able to get that steal and then finish it on the other end, I think that brought a lot of energy. And of course, being back home, I think the crowd got hyped up too. So just being in the moment and just having so much excitement because I'm just exciting and I love energy.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot to you about the fans that you were going to have in attendance. We saw you going around giving hugs to everybody that were here. But to be able to do that and then also have a great game like you had, a complete game, I guess what's the value in being able to show up for them like that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like it was complete because I wasn't that efficient, but being able to just get the win is all that's important. And then I think so many players for us stepped up tonight. Izzy, Kennedy, Lindsay, being able to know like when your name is called and having teammates that will have your back through anything, obviously. So I love my team. I love being here in Chicago. Obviously, being able to come home and have a turnout how we did tonight was great. And obviously, just going back home with the win is always good going into it.
Chris Penna with CHGO Sports. Izzy, these two are for you. One, you've been working your way back after an injury limited you last year, and tonight you had kind of your breakout game of the season, so to speak. And then two, the crowd for an away game seemed pretty pro Chicago. Could you describe just what the game was like once you got in, and then if you registered that energy from the crowd as it was going on?
Yeah, for sure. The crowd, it definitely felt like another home game because obviously they came and showed out. But I knew just watching the game before I even got in, I was just assessing and trying to see what we needed when I got in there. And whenever I got in, I didn't hesitate to do it. I think there was a sense of energy that I wanted to bring to the people that are out there, and I could tell they fed off of that. And it always starts with defense. So I wanted to make sure I was efficient on that end and obviously being aggressive on the other side. And obviously coming back from this injury, it's probably been one of the hardest rehabs I've ever had. But I haven't given up. I've been going to work and rehabbing every single day for the past year, and I still continue to do that. But once I get on that floor, I'm not thinking anything but win. And that's exactly what I wanted to do tonight. And obviously the crowd was amazing. The girls stepped up to the plate. You know, the energy was amazing. So I'm glad that we got the win and we're going back to Chicago.
Angel, I know sometimes between the lines, you get kind of locked in.
Mhm.
But was there a moment where you kind of allowed yourself to kind of recognize either your mom, your brother, Kim's courtside? Was there a moment where you kind of felt like you were looking to anybody in the crowd?
Oh no, I don't look at the crowd. I don't even speak to people before the game usually. I'm locked in, and they know that. My family knows that. My coaches know that because even if I was at LSU, I better not run over to nobody on the sideline. So just knowing I'm just always focused, and the main thing is the main thing, and that's just being with the team. I don't want to take anything away from that because that's what I'm here for. I'm here for business, and this is my job. So they understand that and they respect that. But after the game, obviously, being able to go around and show love to everybody that came out. Yeah, I mean, a lot of them have watched me since I was like 4. A lot of them have seen me grow up and grow into the woman I am right now and today and continue to grow into. And it's a blessing. It's surreal for me. And I don't really know how to put it into words because I always imagined being in this moment, but I didn't imagine it to be this just graceful. Like I just happy to be here. I mean, I try to give myself grace sometimes about just being in the moment and just having fun and to soak it everything in. And I don't really have a lot of time for that because everything is moving so fast for me. But tonight kind of gave me a feeling like I've done everything and done things that I've wanted to do in life. And obviously just being able to continue to grow and have my family in the crowd and watching me is just, it's a great feeling.
Thanks, Angel. Jonathan Tannenwald of the Philadelphia Inquirer. I realize it's going to be another question about the crowd. I'm sorry, but some athletes will, as you sort of said, block it out
Yeah.
during the game of just play. Some will let themselves take it in. For you philosophically, where do you fall on that? And is a night like this any different?
Yeah, I don't acknowledge like the crowd, specifically one person or two people. I mean, obviously I try to speak to the kids when they yell in my name as best as I can because they'll yell 5 times and want me to speak all 5 times. So I try to stay focused as best as I can, but obviously the energy when we score, when we get a defensive stop, when we get a clean block, like things like that within the game kind of gets us all amped up. Obviously being able to get those assists, like I could drop that assist to Kennedy, like that got me fueled up and going into that and forcing them to call a timeout, like stuff like that gets me going. So not specifically like pointing out in the crowd, but the energy obviously in the arena obviously I feel like it gets all out of us going, especially on the road. You don't really get turnouts like this seeing Chicago sky on all these people's shirts. So it's cool.
Hey ladies, Rob Knox the next. This is for both of you. Can you just describe the last basically 24 hours? Obviously, a lot of attention last night to what happened. And then you all were able to come out and again, as you said earlier, keep the main thing, get the win. So first part is that just describe that. Then the second part is how challenging is it moving forward as far as just security in general for not just you all personally, but just the league?
I'll answer that. We handled things very well. Our security was there to take care of our young ladies the way that they've been taking care of us. We didn't focus in on that. We focused in on what we have to do, what we came here to do. And that was the deal about that. We're looking forward to everything being better as we continue to move forward in this game. But we never focused in on that. We dialed in on ourselves.
Congrats, ladies, on your victory tonight. This is a question for any one of y'all. Can y'all take us through that third quarter stretch where y'all really kind of took over the game and really swung things in your momentum to really carry that momentum into the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I mean, I think just the energy from the bench, being able to have Izzy coming back and watching her rehab every day. She's a vet. Just being able to see her work hard. And I told her, like, remind people who you are. Like, I ain't forgot who you are. I watched you when I was in college and being able to see you even when you was at Tennessee. Like, I'm happy. I love a comeback story. Being able to see Izzy come back out there, you know, Kennedy's story, being able to have her come out there and then Lindsay coming out there too. I think it was just, our team has so many stories with us. And I think that we carry that on our shoulders and come out every day and fight. I know it takes us sometimes the first half to get us going or all the way to the fourth quarter, the last 5 minutes sometimes. But I think this team is just, we come together at the right time, even though sometimes it's not the right time and coach has to get on us. But I'm super proud of our girls. I think everybody coming together and knowing when their name is called, everybody just comes and steps up to the plate.
Hey, ladies, congrats on the win. Welcome to Washington, D.C. At this point in the season where we are, with so many new fans to the WNBA, how would you all describe the identity of the Chicago Sky with all of the talk right now that's happening, with how the W is, again, for new fans entering women's basketball? How would you like to be known as Sky Town, you players, coach? How would you like people to know the Chicago Sky at this point in the season right now?
Well, I'll answer for our girls. And it's affectionately when I say girls, because they're like my babies. So it's affectionate when I say that. No disrespect to all, because they are women, grown women. But to me, they're my babies. The question you're asking is pretty deep about who we are. We're incredible young women, great people. Before we talk about basketball, they're great people. They're loving, they're kind, they're caring. They want to give their time. They understand the magnitude of this job. They understand that they have to be about people, be about community, be about loving and caring about those, because little eyes are upon them. So they're sharing their experience. That's why they talk about their stories. Their stories are huge. So they wanted to share that to make sure that everybody knows that you can do it too. That's what these young ladies are about, is you can do it too. We are that kind of team, a culture that we're building, culture we stand on.
Angel, just curious, what Kim, if she had anything to say about your game. I wonder.
She just said she's super proud of me. You don't see her at many WNBA games, so I'm a little special to her, and being able to see Dee tonight too. Just being able to have your coach just watching me grow from 2 years, won a national championship together, and then it was tough for me obviously to leave LSU, but she talked to Teaspoon, and she trusted Teaspoon with me, and knows like it's the same. She expects a lot out of me and continues to expect a lot out of me. She said I could be better, obviously, around the basket too, but I'm just happy. She loves me, supports me, and I want people to realize, like, off the court, Kim Mulkey loves you off the court too, and she'll support you no matter what. And she's like a mother to me. She calls me still. She checks in on me, making sure I'm good, checks on my family, calls my grandma. Like, it's a relationship that a lot of people obviously fail to realize and don't see. So I love Coach Mulkey, and I love Kim Mulkey, and go Tigers.
Not too much. Not too much.
Go Tigers.
Thank you, players.
Thank you, guys.
We'll go to questions for Coach now.
Great job, ladies.
Y'all good?
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll shower up so we can go. Awesome job. Good luck.